Classification of polymers. In this second video, we are going to discuss classification of polymers, which is very simple. Actually, polymers are divided or classified in three different ways. First is based on the origin of the polymers, from which the polymer is derived, from which the polymer is extracted. So there are two types of polymers. One is natural polymer, means polymer is derived from nature. Nature means either from plants or from animals. For example, plants means cellulose, starch, natural rubber. You can give number of examples for natural polymers. And animal derived polymers are protein, silk, wool. So these are the natural polymers. So natural polymer means they are derived from the nature, either from plant source or from animal source. Synthetic polymers are also called man-made polymers because they are prepared either in the laboratory or in the industry. You can give number of examples: nylon, terylene, polyester, polythene, PVC, any example you can provide here under the heading synthetic polymers or man-made polymers. So these two categories you must remember, which are actually depend on the origin of the polymers from which it is derived. Second category or second type of classification is when we consider monomer as a base for the type of the polymers. Monomers means is the smallest unit from which polymer is formed, and this monomer is actually base for the classification. So first class is Homo Polymers, which is also called single type of, or which is formed from the single type of monomers. Homo Polymers, as the name indicates, it is made up of one type of polymers. Here example is given: A means only one monomer is there. Only one type of monomer is there. For example, polythene, only ethylene is a monomer from which polythene is formed. So this is a homopolymer. Another is copolymer, very popular copolymers. Here we are using two or more types of monomers. So I have taken here two, or you may take A, B, C, another third type of monomers, and you can join them together to form a copolymer. Example is vinyl chloride and vinylidene chloride. Now the important part is these copolymers are further divided into four classes. First is alternate copolymers. I have considered here only two monomers. Alternate means one after another. A regular pattern you can observe. A is joined with B, B is joined with A, and same pattern is followed here in the polymer. So this is alternate type of, means one after another copolymer. Then next class is random copolymer. Random means there is no order, means A will join after B, and then B, then A, then B. There is no order, particular order is followed, but both monomers are joined randomly in the polymer. So this is random copolymer. Another is block copolymer. As the name indicates, there are blocks of monomers. So first of all, you can see a block of A polymer joined with the block of B polymer. After that, the block of A polymer or B polymer will join. So this is a pattern. So this is block of copolymer. Now what is graft copolymer? Graft copolymer having two types of branches. One is called backbone. So one monomer will form a backbone and another monomer will form branches. So this is a graft copolymer. So in this way you can divide copolymers into four classes. Now the third type of classification, which is based on the properties of the polymers, so that we are going to discuss now. Now the classification based on the properties of the polymer. Listen here. Properties of the polymer we have to consider. So first is plastic. We use this word many times in our day-to-day life. Plastics. These are the polymer which are having three-dimensional stability due to many cross linkages. So they are having many cross linkages and they are having stability. So they are having, and they are either rigid or semi-rigid polymers. So the plastics are again divided into two types, thermoplastics and thermosets. Thermoplastics, this is thermoplastics. They are having actually two regions, crystalline region and non-crystalline region. They are actually hard at room temperature, but when heat is applied, they become soft. Because of that property, they can be remolded. And if they are having that property of remolding, so we can prepare combs, toys, or many other utensils. Polythene, PVC, polypropylene, these are the thermoplastics. And thermosets are actually very strong and rigid. On heating, they become brittle or decompose. So they cannot be remolded. See the difference between thermoplastic and thermosets. Thermosets, on applying heat, they become strong, they become brittle, or they can be decomposed. They can be decomposed on heating. So we cannot remold them. But in case of thermoplastic, we can remold because on heating they become soft. So melamine is a copolymer of melamine and formaldehyde. So this is very popular example. Another type is fiber. So depend on the properties, we divide into fibers. Fibers are what? Linear polymers. They are having thread-like structure and they can be woven into fabric. So different fabrics are actually coming under this heading, fibers. So for example, nylon, terylene, these are the fabrics. So which are fibers. Now another category is resin. So these resins are actually copolymers, which are a soft transparent bead-like structure. If you have seen ion exchange resins, which are used for water treatment, so they are very small and small bead-like transparent beads, and these are called resins. So a very popular example is styrene divinyl benzene copolymer. So these are formed actually styrene divinyl benzene resins are used for cation exchanger, as a cation exchanger and anion exchanger resins for the treatment of water. Another category is elastomers. Elastomers means having elasticity. We can stretch and they are having property to coming back to its original shape. So we can stretch and we can bring them to their original shape. So this property is called elastomers. They are called elastomers. We can use elastomers in our day-to-day lives, and rubber is a natural elastomer. Rubber is a natural elastomer. So in this way, polymers are classified depending on their properties. Thank you.